All right, I guess we clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And essentially, what I do as a spiritual healer is that I help you to become Christ like, Buddha like, Krishna like, whatever superhero, spiritual superhero like. And what that pretty much means, man, I help you to attain your highest level of consciousness. And that entails you pretty much having a deeper understanding or and becoming a lot more self-aware of who you are. Because the Christ consciousness is dealing a lot with you understanding who you are on a deeper level. So for you to have that highest level of understanding of who you are, then you would have to, and that's pretty much what the Christ consciousness is, and the Buddha to wake up, or to become the illuminated one. This is all referring to you being the brightest one. And that entails you at this point having that highest level of light, understanding, and a lot of that pertain to who you are. But for you to do that, I also help you. You have to first become mentally and emotionally balanced. Because as you may know by now, is that your inner vision, which is your understanding of this life around you. Because keep in mind, you don't really see with these eyes that you're looking at. Yes, they do help in terms of where you're putting your feet or things of that sort. But in terms of understanding life, seeing life, it's almost like we're living this double life. There's a physical aspect of us, but for you to truly understand life, there's an inner sight that you gotta have. Like, and I know it. That's why I could be standing next to you, sharing the same space and time, but yet we don't have the same vision. We don't see life on the same, I guess, we just don't have the same inner vision. Do you understand what I'm saying? That goes to show you, but most importantly, if you understand that alone, that should, lead you to understand that you are more than just the physical body. And as a spiritual healer, pretty much I help you now to embrace that other side of you, and, I guess, many different, depending on, different part of the world would call it different things. The mystery side of you, the mystique, the spirit, the part of you that you don't know. But yet it's felt, it, I know it. Now it's a matter of getting in touch, tap into that side of you. But now for you to do that, so we were talking about in terms of even life, right? Your experiences is teaching you a lot. They're giving you a brand new set of eyes. When you're learning about life, you are pretty much developing your inner vision. This is why, like, in life, you can't go by just this physical eye. So when we're talking about vision, your inner vision, truly to be a seer, for you to see things, those are the things that you got to start looking at. And as you embrace that side of you, then you understand that you are spirit at this point. Then you start looking at the so-called reality from a deeper perspective. Then that's when you develop the eyes to see things beyond the veil. Do you see what I'm saying? Just like, I'll give you a perfect example. By now, we all hear it all the time. Hey, listen, man, you can't just be with a girl because she looks good, bro. This is telling you looking good, okay, we're not against that. But in terms of, a person's essence, who they are, it's you have to go beyond. So in so many words, we all know and we say it verbally, but sometimes I feel like we're not really conscious of what we're saying. But again, that's what I'm here to. I'm here to get you to change that perspective. It's like what you're already looking at, to have a better look at it. To wake up. The whole aspect of you waking up is you waking up to your true essence. You waking up to who you are And that's what all spiritual healers are pretty much doing. Essentially, that's what Jesus was telling you about knowing who you are, Buddha. And it's all the same mission. It's being said in different languages or in different ways with different approach. But ultimately, it's all about us. You knowing who you are, and that's the greatest thing ever. Because anything else you do in life, it should be leading you to your higher self. Because if you really understand, that's why I'm saying too, man. You have to play for keeps. In life we are all playing for keeps. Everything matters, bro. The experience of the thing that you're doing is doing you. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. Now, going back to developing your inner vision, you understand, like, if you are emotionally unbalanced, then you don't get to see, you become limited in your inner sight, in your inner vision. Now, when you understand that, that's why you also need to have pain in your life. Because what pain does, it also fixes your vision too. This is why you also need to embrace the bad things, your bad experiences. In Coming to America, Eddie Murphy had this line. There was this line that I really like. But keep in mind, when I saw it, for me, I was in Haiti at that time, so I did see it in French. But essentially, that line was saying, on an empty stomach. No. It was saying pretty much, with an empty pocket, you make a lot less mistake, man. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I know for me, like, it takes for me to be broke, to be like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? To develop some sort of discipline and in the money that I have. But I'm saying all of that to say, playing for keeps, right? Everything that you encounter is giving you something. Like that's why you need to be open-minded and absorb, the life lesson. But that requires, you see, there you go, I'm doing it again. I'm getting way ahead of myself. But it's all connected. It's all connected, man. Okay, so now going back to your emotions in terms of, we all know it. If you were bit by a dog, like, there's certain things, it's going to shape your life a certain way. So your emotions does have an impact on how you see things and how you act. And if your emotions somehow it's not balanced, then now you're not gonna have, the biggest clarity, or you're not gonna see the big picture. Do you understand what I'm saying? And it too, sometimes when people are being triggered, or you would say when people are in love too, that's another one that you need to have. You know what I'm saying? You need to balance. You know what I'm saying? It's like you give a motherfucker everything you got, then when you wake up, you're like, oh, why the fuck did I do that for? Yeah, that part. But also showing you how your vision, you are not able to see things, nor doing certain things. This is why, your emotions and your intellect has to come together. Not one over the other. Because a lot of people, here's what they do. Because of what I just talked about regarding being emotionally unbalanced, then now they all decided to be like, you know what, fuck your emotions, man. Your emotions gonna fuck you up. You're gonna do things, and when you do that, you become very robotic. You become very, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And guess what? The very thing that you're claiming to avoid, that's what you run yourself into. Because you also become short-sighted too. You understand what I'm saying? Because you need a little bit of emotions, man, to relate to other people, to have compassion. For me to understand you, I gotta be emotionally intelligent and be open to your feelings, to what you're saying, to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that requires emotions. Like when Jesus, and I always talk about this, the whole whichever one of you guys without sin to throw the first stone, that was a little bit of emotion to help you have a better understanding. There you go, you criticizing someone else and you're not perfect yourself. What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? That's technically what Jesus was saying. But sometimes when you're being logical all the time and being too mentally, you always feel like your shit don't stink. A little bit of emotion would get you to be like, yo, your shit do stink. Everybody's shit stinks. But that's emotions that would allow you to see that. And now that would also give you a deeper understanding or developing your vision about what's around you. And this is also why, too, when you suppress your emotion, that is the very, very recipe for toxicity. All toxic people suppress their emotions. That's the recipe for toxicity, bro. Anyway, they refuse to acknowledge the pain that they're feeling. And now the pain has literally take over their body. Like that like I can't recall, like Spider-Man. That pain now, as you see in the Spider-Man, his body change, his aura change, and then the pain has taken over you. That's what happens when you suppress your emotions. But anyway, so clearly that's why for you to become Christ-like, or to have the most, already you can see how those two goes hand in hand. It's already give you a deeper or expanding your inner sight, your inner vision, which is the vision that you need to go by in this life. So when you understand that, like I always tell people, this is how you transcend this reality. Transcending this reality. In so many words, I'll help you to transcend this reality too. It could be said so many different ways, but ultimately, as long as you understand what this is all about, to be fully developed. Because now what's really taking place, as you've seen things beyond their physical appearance, therefore you are no longer looking at this thing or life from a physical perspective. And that's how you transcend the reality. By looking beyond the veil. You automatically, by you seeing beyond the veil, you automatically not falling for the okie doke. You automatically now, okay, the lady in the red dress, you're not going to fall for it. How do you go with a bitch because she got a fat ass, bro? Just because of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy, bro, when you really think about it. What about life? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, so many other things, man. Like, but then again, if that's where your level of consciousness is, and here's the thing too, this is why a lot of people don't really get to see or know who they are, because they don't have the highest level of awareness. That's why you're sleeping. You're not awake. So for you to bypass that, you would need to embrace the non-physical part of you. And a lot of people, that's why when I talk about spirituality, a lot of people always feel like spirituality is something outside of them. It's almost like, you know what I'm saying, like I'm being weird, or, like this nigga just, you know what I'm saying, it's philosophy, like as if it's not practical matter. This is a practical matter, bro. As a man thinketh, so he becomes. So when you truly understand these things, about you, that's how you get to master your own life. And that self-mastering, as you're doing it, man, then you realize, guess what? It's all of the it's all of the above. You know, you embrace both your physical part, and at the same time, you also know that you're more than your physical part. It's crazy. It's like this is where the paradox comes in. Like for me to say I'm a God, it's not suppressing my physical part. No, 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 no. It's me knowing there is more to my physical side. This is when you know these things. That's why I speak in authority. This is when you're speaking from the heart, from the truth, man. Oh man, that is so, there's so much to say. But anyway, we're going back to playing for keeps, man. You know? This is where you got to play for keeps, man. Everything you play in life, you get to keep. You know, you do the bad experiences, there's lessons. This is why you need to accumulate as much life as you can in your life. This is where it's important for you to follow your passion. This is why you need to meditate. This is why you need to open up your third eye. This is why you need to be you. Oh my God. There's nothing, my niggas. I don't think you understand. Like, how is this not a practical matter? Like, what's greater than that, bro? You know, that's that eternal water, man. I was talking about in my recording yesterday. You know, that's that inner, you know, when you satisfy that yo, listen, man, it's forever. It's in you. Man, I hope you find your treasure, man. Then at this point, nothing matters. Then each man becomes, oh man, that's how I'm getting well. Let me stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you to get to the promised land, baby. Where everything truly it becomes like possible now. You know why it becomes possible? Because you live in your own life. You're living. That's why they tell you it's not about the results, man. It's the person that you became. Embracing, man. Get as much life from life as much as you can, man. Keep all that shit, man. Invest into you. You are the treasure. You are the way. And whatever you choose, you become that. Do you understand? By you living, you know, the men who speak of God, man, must be godly, bro. Come on, man. Like quicksand. Let that sink in, man. Man, you gotta play for keeps, man. So now, okay, now you understand. So now being mentally balanced, you know, let me just touch on that real quick. Then we're gonna, you know, then we're gonna play for keeps. All the way through. Everything. Yeah, man. So it's the same baseline understand. Oh no, I forgot to. Okay, so technically, I was telling you guys why they both need to come together, because they help you to see beyond the veil. Meaning, when you become mentally and emotionally balanced, right? Now, to be emotionally balanced, what that entails, pretty much, you know, I kind of like give it away too. So it means for you to be in. First of all, you have to acknowledge your emotions. You have to understand why you feel a certain way. And what can you do to change the way you feel? And but first you would have to acknowledge it. Then when you acknowledge it, you know, then you address the issue. If you don't know what the issue is, how can you address it? This is why, and by the way, you know, anything that is dormant, you must bring that to light. As an accountant myself, and a lot of people always talk about writing shit down. You don't know how it is powerful. The reason why that shit is powerful is because what is dormant now becomes right next to you. If you're writing down, you know, how much money you're spending, it will help you to keep track of your expenses. And because you do that now, you become aware of it, then you could manage it. You know what? Instead of spending $20 this week, I want to spend just $10. So then now you know what to change, what not to change, who to go with, what not to go with. The whole accounting shit, for like a company, that's why they need to have a financial book. They're with the expenses, you're keeping track of the expenses. Okay, maybe you're not fucking with this vendor anymore. Do you get the point? But ultimately, this is why you have to acknowledge, the dormant side of you. So if you know anything about, let's just say, the occult, some of the basic shit they will teach you is that you have a subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind is dormant in you. You don't even know it. Like in my last recording, I was saying, you've never experienced, like you never seen somebody and then somehow you know something. I mean, you may not know what that something is, but there's a part of you that knows something. Like it'd be like, oh, who's that person? This is why when they tell you your subconscious mind knows everything. Now, the connection with you, the message that, you have to discover that's when you step, oh man, that's a whole, I need to talk about the subconscious mind. I'm going to make that the next video, man. I got you guys, I got you. But anyway, it's that dormant side of you, which is your true spirit. Like for me, because, I'm a little bit, I say things differently. That's the true conscious mind for me. The part of you that you're aware, that brings in the information, that is, I call it, it is conscious. It is conscious too. But when you have those two parts to merge together, this is when now, oh my God. That's when you get to realize certain potentials that you probably didn't think that you have. You unlocking these things in you. Oh man, that's your treasure. When you find that, listen to me. When you find that, I summarize it my way. You know what I'm saying? I call it sucking my own dick. You know what I'm saying? But when you find your own treasure, bro, man. Listen, man. Listen, I hope you find it. It's so peaceful. This is where your confidence now, man. And that's when you also realize that what you were born to do too. Oh, man. Like, niggas can't tell me nothing, bro. Like, I found what I was here to do. Like, nigga, it's like, do you see what I'm saying? It's like, you think I give a fuck if I get, let's just say, 5 people to actually see this? I don't give a fuck about how many people sees this, bro. If you do see it, hey, I say God bless you though, because I know what I'm dropping. But if you don't see it too, hey man, listen man, it's all good, baby. You know what I'm saying? It's all divine order. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. When you ready for me, man, I'm right here, nigga. But I'm letting you know I've been working. Oh, listen, man, I stay on it. Found my treasure, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do this for views, man. And then I realized too, man. Yo, you can only do great at something you love, nigga. Do you hear me? Here I am again, man. So when you ready, listen, man, I got a whole lot for you. Gems, like when you're gonna get something over here, baby. It's something you can keep with you. Listen, I don't only play for keeps, I give too. Because to give is to receive. So know that I'm really keeping everything, nigga. But anyway, man. Alright, I'm being too much. So let's get right into it, because I'm going to keep this short, because yesterday, like, that shit was like 2 hours. We're going to keep this under an hour, alright? So, fast forward. Yeah, so that's what being emotionally balanced is. Now, it's the same underlying understanding here. When you're talking about being mentally balanced, to have that mental freedom, we're not, not to be trained to think a certain way, but for you to really see things beyond what not necessarily what you, but for you to think for yourself. You would have to understand your culture. The political aspect, all of these things, the school that you go through. You have to understand the school system and how it works. You have bells every time you're done with one class to another. Do you know that's the Pat Love? If you know the Pat Love fucking experience, or you know what I'm saying, like with the dog, whatever the fuck. Because I remember I had that in my first in my psychology class. So, making a long story short, there was a certain bell that he used to use. There was timing, but all of it, it's the same. Like they training you how to think. When you go to school, they training you how to think a certain way. Do you see what I'm saying? And what you truly need is for you to think for you. And this is where, unfortunately, man, that's why when you get to know yourself, even the Christ will tell you, this is of that world. Because it's not really adding to who you truly are. This is where, unfortunately, the school system is doing you a disservice. Because anything that is not telling you of you, it's a waste of time. Because when you really think about it, you become your best when you know who you are, bro. When you follow your bliss. You cannot be great at shit if you don't fucking love it. And then now you realize the thing that you love also love you, and it's like it's in you. Just like if you are a fucking musician. You can only be great if you inspire to be that, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? And we all see, like, we all benefit from everybody else's greatness, man. That's why for me, I always encourage, like, you are a better service to your community when you are being yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? And by you being yourself, the thing that it comes with, it's godly. When you follow yourself, bro, like, you become your own judge. The laws, the divine laws are already written in you. What the fuck? Like, can you imagine me living a fucking life not wanting to go to jail, or I wouldn't do certain things because I don't want to go to jail? That's bullshit, bro. Think about the thing you can explore by you being you, man. Jail should not even be a fucking option for you, bro. Like, what the fuck is this? To do what? But I certainly understand, that's why some brothers, you're trying to help. But that goes to show you their level of fucking, like, how dumb a lot of motherfuckers are. And this is what true freedom is. It's not a physical freedom where, where you could, let's just say, you have the ability, like Puff Daddy right now. Like, he can't go to his house, or nor can he go to Vegas. You know what I'm saying? That's not true freedom, bro. This is why when you have a guy like Mike Tyson told you, man, jail was the best thing for him. And this is where, too, man, I gotta say this for you guys. When you have that inner vision, that inner sight, God is everywhere, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why you gotta be careful, man, of motherfuckers telling you. So you mean to tell me, man, like, if you believe in Islam, nigga, this niggas have no God. There's no God in fucking Islam, nigga. They don't have no inspiration, nigga, because it's not Jesus. Think about it, man. You mean to tell me, like, when they say, what is it, Allah Rakbad, whatever the fuck. I mean, forgive me. I mean, I'm not trying to say this in a disrespectful way at all. I fuck with all of them. Nigga. I don't think you understand. God is everywhere for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how to say it properly, but I will come back. I'm gonna make up for it, niggas. All right, I'm gonna learn how to say that shit. You know, a la rock bar all day, nigga. But I think, what was the meaning of it though? Oh, because I read on it a long time ago. That's why the Sufis, oh my God, you know, they're you know what I'm saying? Like, you mean to tell me because it's not Jesus, Muhammad got nothing good, bro? But when you're true a man of God, man, you see God everywhere, baby. You see, like when Mike Tyson told you motherfuckers, like, jail was the best thing for him. Because that's where he discovered his own sight, man. And this is how you have to learn how to embrace opposition. This is when now, I mean, you have to develop a whole different sight and understanding about this reality. It's not what you think it is. This is why you need to learn how to be uncomfortable, because through your pain, there's lessons. And that's also why you have to go beyond your senses. I mean, do you see how it's all connected? Because ultimately, you know, it all comes down to you becoming the true illuminated one. The true Illuminati is you. Or if you don't want it, well, I'm already that. Yo, I play for keeps. I'm keeping all of it. Give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? You giving your power to other people who's not doing nothing of light. Niggas sucking dicks. Niggas fucking each other over. Niggas setting you up for shit. You know what I'm saying? Greedy motherfuckers. And then you calling that Illuminati? I don't know what's fucking illuminated about it for it to be Illuminati. Because when you call anything of anything, I mean, the name means something, right? I mean, if you're calling yourself a certain thing, like you acting out that way. What is illuminated about the bullshit that you guys are talking about? The Christ consciousness is the true Illuminati, nigga. The Krishna, the Buddha, and all that shit. The Guinea, the voodoo, and all that. That's the true fucking Illuminati. Because it's helping you to develop your inner vision. So now you become the bright ones. You have the ability to see beyond the veil now. That's why you got to play for keeps, man. You got to fully submerge, man, and emerge and indulge in life, bro. Not in pleasure, but in life. And trust me, man, it's the most pleasurable thing ever, man. You know what I mean? Yo, that's like, can you imagine? Like, let's just say, even, okay, sex, right? If you fucking with a bitch, if you fucking a bitch that you love and that loves you, you mature, she's mature, and you, both of you guys are getting free. Yo, that's the best sex ever, bro. It's like that sex is not just physical. Like, you guys are really fucking each other, like from, Do you see what I'm saying? So even like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you all missing out, man. Do you see what I'm saying? That's why too, man, if you choose a bitch because she got a fat ass, after you come, there's nothing else. It's like, you know, it's like, it's a waste of time even for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unless, you know, you want to look good for somebody else. And that's the thing. When you become a man of God, you go inward. You don't go by the outside. When you're following yourself, you don't do things to please others. You know, you do what is right, what is just. Now your aim, I mean, if it pleases others, hey man, congratulations, nigga. That's what I tell this nigga, man. If somehow you enjoying this, hey, good for you, nigga. I know I am. I'm keeping everything. And even in me teaching too. Like, there you go too, man. Everything you do is doing you. I know for me, I knew how I started. I know how comfortable I'm getting. And the transformation that's also taking place in me. It's like I'm pulling, I'm successfully pulling something else out of me too. By me doing the shit that I love doing, nigga. Oh, I'm keeping everything. I'll play for keeps, man. So now going back to being mentally balanced, man, you have to understand the culture. We're living in the culture, man. Like, come on, man. Like I was talking about, like, we don't value women values. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, you more about getting money. I mean, look at the culture, man. Just get money, entrepreneurship, and all that shit. All that shit are masculine shit. And as a result, you have women who's living in this society. They felt neglected because none of what they have is values. Well, now they want to be better you. They want to be entrepreneurs now. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, you got to see the bigger picture, not just the bullshit that I be listening to people talking about, in the sense of, you look at the bigger picture. When you see it from that perspective, now you can't tell me I'm attacking women. In fact, I'm showing you I understand why they act this way. But if you don't see the big picture, most likely, they're not soft. You're criticizing women now, modern women, and you say all that shit. But a deeper sense of clarity, then you're like, oh no, this is what our society is projecting. That's what makes it a patriarchal, a toxic one too. You know what I'm saying? Because a true man, you want pussy, nigga. Like, what the fuck? You understand it. You also need that. It complements you, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's not rejecting that. You know what I'm saying? That's why, regardless of what type of men, isn't that the reason why you motherfuckers are saying you need a feminine women? Do you see what I'm saying? But if you're saying that, again, it doesn't take away from your masculinity neither. But anyway, not to delve too much into that bullshit, but just I'm trying to get you to see you have to understand the culture. What's taking place around you and why people are acting a certain way. This is why now you have a feminist movement who ain't doing shit. Like, there's nothing feminine about it. Because they're all fighting for male characteristics bullshit. In other words, what they're truly doing is, hey, acknowledge me too. But the way they're going about getting people to acknowledge them, it's like, hey man, acknowledge me. I could do what you do. Let me be cool like you. And this is where, unfortunately for my ladies, man, I gotta say it to you, man. You bullshit, man. You ain't doing shit. That's why it doesn't matter. Oprah, like, okay, Oprah. So? So, nigga. So? And even Oprah, unfortunately, she's not even enjoying the best of her. And by a best of her, I'm saying, if you're a woman, if I was a woman, now I would want to get money, definitely. But I would also want to have a kid too. Why? Isn't that part of me being a woman? There is an experience that comes with that. Playing for keeps, right? Your intuition, your connection with your kids, like there's some development in you too. Just like for me as a dad, there's something, it added something to me too. So she's not being the best version of her. That's why, regardless of how much money she got, do you see what I'm saying to you? There's another aspect of her that's not satisfied. Now, I don't know, we don't see what's behind closed doors, but you know what I'm saying? It's something else, man. As a mom, having a kid jump in your, listen, man, money cannot buy that shit, bro. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Me listening to the sound of my son saying, Dad, I want to see you, man. Like when niggas said, oh, man. I'm like, yo, King, I got you. I don't know, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm playing for keeps. I want to keep all that shit. This is where, unfortunately for me, when I'm looking at the culture and all that shit, right? And I guess, you know, we're just going to finish up on that real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time on that shit. Wait a minute. Because I definitely want to keep it, you know what I'm saying? Then you realize, I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, you know, y'all niggas ain't doing shit, man. Regardless of how much you think you advance, yeah, it's not. Hey, man. Anyway, I'm not gonna waste too much time on that. You know what I'm saying? You're not being your best you. You know what I'm saying? You looking like us. You know what I'm saying? How do you be like somebody else trying to impress that person? To impress anybody, you would have to be you, and you would have to have something that is impressive to impress someone else. But if something you already got, that's like, do you see what I'm saying? That's like, if I'm driving a Ferrari and you pull up right next to me in a fucking Ferrari, oh, okay, all right, nigga, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I mean, okay. But if you pull up on a fucking something else I've never seen, then I'm like in my Ferrari, I could be like, nigga, what's up, dog? Like, what is this? Like, I mean, what's the model? Like, what the fuck? Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time on that, but playing for keeps, man. So just to wrap up pretty much, you know, this is why you need to become mentally balanced. So that way you are in control of your thinking, not just, you know, society's telling you what to think or how to behave. Because when you go N-word too, this is when, you know what I'm saying, what they say has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I have to become a lawyer? That's not what I'm inspired to be, bro. I could be best at what I'm, you know what I'm saying? You can only be best or great at what you love. That goes for everybody. All across the board. The minute you're not being great, you're going to be average. And if you average, well, guess what? It's competitive. What do you have that the next men don't have? Why do you feel like you need to have this? You know, all your competitive shit that you're going to have to figure out. I'm saying? Keep competing. And then at the end of it all, it's, to me, I mean, it's a failure. But anyway, man, playing for keeps, man. But now when you choose yourself, the self-development that comes in and you know, that inner sight you get to develop, then you understand everything you do in life, man. It's worth it. Every second, everything is important. You know, the way things are orchestrated. You know, the experience is like, that's why, I mean, you really start to live, man. Do you see what I'm saying? At this point, it's like you accumulating so much life in you that, I mean, you become life itself, man. You gotta play for keeps, baby. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, I'm not gonna keep you guys too long. I'm gonna leave you guys here. I just wanted to pop out, you know what I'm saying, and telling you to play for keeps, man. And by indulging and investing into yourself, you know, and you know, to awaken that dormant side of you, you know, to become one with it, the non-physical aspect of yourself. Be mysterious, motherfucker. Become a mystique, man. Be a mistake. You know what I'm saying? Be a Guinean, nigga. And I'm gonna leave you guys here, man. Again, I just wanted to pop out. Happy Fridays. You know what I'm saying? It's an 8/8 portal tonight, so you already know. So I gotta do what I gotta do, man. I sent, blah. And always remember, before I let you guys go, man, what you do for money, you do it badly. You can only do great at something you love. And also, if you're not true to you, you're always going to be forced to somebody else. And if you're forced to yourself, you can never be true to nobody else. And always remember too, man, and I'm going to let you guys go on this one, the remedy of the pain is in the pain. Haitien, blah, Mali.